progress on my old school account. I swear to God, I clicked. Oh, was I in this account though? Besides realistically just being on one skill, but as you know, some skills on old school. There is my current. I'm gonna try to do agility while I do this, I guess. But there's currently my weekly XP on old school this week. It has just been all focused on fishing, and you will see in a moment that I actually did get 99 fishing. Just check out today, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, 5 million fishing experience has basically been all I've done. I've got it in like, I guess, a little bit less than 2 weeks, like a week and a half or so. Nothing too impressive, but obviously I've just been playing RS3 the entire time. I can show you guys like my weekly RS3 XP right there, 60 million. 10 million Slayer. I also achieved the 70 mil Slay, which is pretty sweet. So as you can see, it's been a busy-ish 2 or so weeks. And here it is in case you guys are wondering. I got a little bit post 99 I guess as well, just because I was still AFKing a little bit. I am now AFKing a little bit on RS3 while I do some agility on old school. Yeah, I'm not too far achieving level 91 hours, 2 and a bit, because I do fail this course. Alright, I'm going to try to record this clip without getting interrupted now IRL. Anyways, how's it going, guys? So, the last clip you guys just watched, I'm not even too sure how long it actually was, because I recorded it about 2 months ago, probably, whenever I was playing old school. If you guys remember, I went back to runecrafting and things like that, and I was enjoying it, and then I kind of went back to RS3. I've always done like a little swap between both games. It's honestly just because I enjoy both games. That's the honest reason why I keep going back and forth through old school and RS3, because I enjoy both. I like, oh, I'm just so hyped to do this, or I'm so hyped to do this. That's sometimes how I feel about old school, and that's why I come and play for a few weeks or months, and then I go back because I feel hyped about RS3 again. It's just kind of weird. And sad at the same time, because that's fucking sad. Anyways, like I said, the last clip was recorded probably about 2 months ago. I'm not even really too sure. As of right now, I believe the last clip I got 99 fishing. I just showed you guys that quickly. And this is currently now my fishing experience, just around 30 million, not too far from that. I feel like playing once again. I'm currently making quite a bit of bank from fishing, so whenever I do return, if you guys see right now, actually by my bank value, it's gone up quite a bit. Although I won't lie, that's not all my GP. I'm holding a little bit for my friend right now, so he's kind of having like some hacking as mine, so looks kind of cool though. I have the cool bank value of 1 billion in there, which is sweet. Yes, currently I am just doing some Iron Man agility, since it is Heffen voice at the moment. I just normally do Heffen, and then if I have time, I stop fishing. I just do some Herblore just because it's somewhat AFK. At least do always like 40 GP and XP, because it was like the thug life, man. If you could AFK extreme range potions, it would be like the most relaxing way to get 200 mil Herblore, and it's like really cheap to do it on old school actually, which is kind of nice. I'm taking advantage of it as of right now. As far as Herblore goes, I am, there we go, not too far from 15 million experience at the moment. You're 3.5 GP and XP, so technically 700 mil will get you 200 mil Herblore, which is incredibly cheap. I guess whenever I say that though, if you were to swap that money to 07 or RS3, it would be like 6 bill or something like that, or 5. I don't know what the hell the swap rates are at the moment, but yeah, so I guess that's not actually that cheap at all. But when you look at it on an old school perspective, it's quite cheap. That's like maybe 600 hours of double Natrons. I'm not really too sure, which isn't that much. But yes, I do still play old school every single day, guys. In fact, I will show you guys my monthly experience just to, not to prove it, but just to show you guys what I've been doing, I guess, for the most part. There we go. So here is my monthly experience. Obviously, old school screen's quite small, so you won't be able to see too much, but monthly 11 million fishing, 1.5 million herb, and like 132 EHP. No Guthans, because I'm not a fucking pleb. And don't worry, as far as AFKing Guthans and Nightmare Zone and splashing goes, I've dropped it. I just don't care anymore. But yeah, the fishing method I'm doing now is like not even half EHP. It's like 40k an hour versus I think it's like 90 something k an hour on the tracker. So now I'm just AFKing just because it's something I can do on old school. I've always, which I kind of felt stupid for doing that, because I was like, well, I could have done something on old school, or just AFKing something in general. I think the first thing I do want to do is finish maxing my Iron Man as far as 99 engineering goes, not 120. Once I max, I'll just do daily challenges till 120, which will take me like a year and something probably. But yeah, once I finish maxing, I'll probably go AFK harps on my Iron Man, and I probably will continue playing old school until I do finish maxing total on here. By then, I'll have enough money to actually afford, which I can basically afford it now easily, but I'll have even more money by the time that happens, so I'll be able to buy like a lot of cool stuff. I don't think I'm interested in things like Elysian shields and whatnot, but I think they have Crash actually as well, because of this like weird stuff happening, but they were like 8 something, now like 700 I think, or something like that. I'm very surprised that Legions are actually that expensive. I never knew they'd be that much. Oh wait, they crashed because of those weird things coming out where they can hold your cash stack. I believe that's what it was. That chat box. This guy might watch the video and they just be like, oh shit. But yes, do not worry. Maxing old school is still definitely something I do want to complete just to say I have done it. I'm not too far. I guess if I look at my tracker, time graph till 99 all, I am roughly 723 hours off, so it should take me roughly 2 months and maybe a bit depending on what I'm doing IRL. In fact, I believe my Iron Man's actually 700 hours off as well right now, so I have 1400 hours of RuneScape ahead of me. That's going to be great. Maybe when it's Heffen time and I do agility on RS3, I'll maybe start doing like, I don't think I can do granite mining, but I can probably do motherlode mining at the same time. I'm just choosing to do herb right now because I'm just taking advantage of how cheap the XP is right now, so smart thing to do as always, just whenever something's cheap, take advantage of it until it's expensive. Unless you make a video like this and then go up, which they didn't last time actually, they went up a little bit. Everyone always says, Alkan, don't show methods in your videos, it fucks it over, but this method now is cheaper than when I did it originally till 99. It says 3 GP and XP. When I was doing it to 99, it was like 4.5, so it made the method better just because that's just how it works. Unless I say, hey, look, this item's cheap and it's very undervalued, and then it goes up, then it might stay up depending on what the item is, but that's no item I'll probably ever find. Anyways, the last thing I want to do is drag this video on for a lot longer. Yes, I do apologize if you guys do miss the old school progress. I just have been doing fishing, like I said, so I've still been playing. I have not given up on it. I have just been AFKing it while I play Iron Man, and I am also this entire time doing some mining at certain stones on my other account. I have no more lava titans. As you see, set my goal to 200 mining, 69 million off, perfect. No bonus or anything, no Ava, no. I'm just completely AFKing the shit out of that account right now. And yes, that is a 120 sexy room crafting cape. Beautiful, beautiful. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. And yeah, who knows how long that will be. Maybe I'll give you guys an update in like a few weeks on my old school progress, I guess, which probably won't be much. It'll just be fishing and probably some more herb lore if I continue being able to find pretty cheap XP GP stuff as of this goes. Yeah, not too. Alright, I'll see you guys in